Have you guys ever felt that you say something around your phone and it then in the next day or two gives you an ad for that thing? And whenever you say this, a lot of people, not all people, but a lot of people go, yeah, right. It was just a coincidence, right? It was a coincidence that you got an ad for, shoe insoles right after you happen to be talking about how your feet hurt. How many of you have noticed that you sometimes get ads on your phone, on your computer for things you just talked about, not things you searched online, things you just chatted about near your phone? Well, now we have the proof. This is a leaked pitch deck, which means slides, right? That's what a pitch deck is. Leaked slides for active listening ad targeting by Cox Media Group. Cox is one of the largest media empires in the world because it's one of the largest in America, and a very large, powerful media group. And these are their internal, not meant for public view, pitch deck, so discussion and education for employees about active listening ad targeting. And it says in the pitch deck, we partner with Google, Amazon, Facebook. Now, Facebook and Amazon and the others have denied that they do any active listening, that they're listening to your phone when you're walking around with it in your pocket. They've denied that. However, if they're working with Cox Media Group and Cox Media Group is doing it, then Facebook gets to go, we don't know anything about that, when in fact they're doing it because they're working with Cox Media and Cox Media is doing it. And so here is the proof that Cox Media internally is talking about their active listening ad targeting. Media giant Cox Media Group says it can target advertisements based on what potential customers said out loud near device microphones and explicitly points to Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Bing as CMG partners, according to a CMG presentation that was leaked. The pitch deck provides more information and raises more questions about CMG's advertised capability, which is called active listening. The famed media conglomerate is known for its massive partnership with Meta's Facebook, Google, and other big tech clients. So this is unveiled that they privately confessed to listening to user conversation via their smartphone and deliver the most appropriate ads. So they're spying on you and then advertising to you. Now, of course, this also means that the spying could be used for other things, right? If they're spying on you just for advertising, well, if the NSA comes along and says, hey, we'd like all those conversations, send them over to us, I'm sure they're going to do it. I'm sure Cox Media is going to do whatever they want. So yeah, at the moment, it's just ads, and people who are really kind of dumb on this on this type of topic, and they're just like, if you aren't doing anything wrong, you got nothing to worry about, and it's just for ads, and yeah, it never ends. Any power that we give up, any amount of surveillance that we allow, it will ultimately be used in the most aggressive, most harmful way you can imagine. They're never like, oh, here's a giant tool we could use for fascism, suppression, persecution, going after journalists, going after anyone we want who's a problem. Here's a giant tool for that. Oh, we're not going to use it. That has happened 0 times in the history of the U.S. empire. There is no tool they look at and just ignore and just hold in their hands. Oh, it's the golden key. I'm going to leave that over there because that would be naughty to have that. You remember that scene in Batman when Morgan Freeman has the ability to spy on everyone using their smart devices or whatever, and he decides that he'll help Batman use it just one time and then he's quitting. But sure enough, Batman goes ahead and uses it, right? Batman's the so-called good guy. And he goes ahead and uses the thing to spy on everyone. But guess what? No one's Morgan Freeman. There is no one. There's a couple of whistleblowers. So I guess there's a couple of Morgan Freemans out there. There's a couple. There's Bill Binney and a couple others. That's Snowden, but pretty rare that these people go, this is too much power, and they walk away. Doesn't really happen. Almost zero does that happen. In CMG's presentation, the radio and television news conglomerate also unveiled its 3 big tech partners, Amazon, Google, and Facebook. Google has since removed CMG from its partner program. All big tech companies denied using customers' microphones to spy on their conversations, claiming that these are violations of their ad policies. because they care about what violates our rights, don't they? By the way, Facebook was found to be monitoring us online all of the time. Basically, if you log into Facebook and you don't log out, even if you X out of it, but you don't log out, it'll just continue to monitor everything you're doing. And so it's not like Facebook cares when they're surveilling you. Oh no, we're not. This is not nice of us. This is really just mean of us to make all this money by surveilling them. Targeted ads have been a significant issue in the digital world as they've been reportedly collecting user data to give users the most appropriate campaigns based on their interests. Right? That's a euphemism. We're just trying to give you the most appropriate campaigns. We're trying to abuse your privacy, your life, in order to manipulate you into buying shit you don't need. And you should celebrate us for that. In 2022, Meta vowed that it would block advertisers from targeting users in their ad placements, particularly in sensitive categories like health, politics, religion, and more. Big tech companies have since faced significant issues regarding ad targeting and spying on user data, which allow advertisers to maximize their reach. It's been admitted. We now have the proof. This is one of these many things where you know, you feel it's true. You feel like you've seen ads of things you've talked about and only talked about, and people thought you were crazy. That's weird, right? You get an ad for something you talked about. Well, here's the proof. Here it is. They are legitimately listening through your phone. You don't need to be on a phone call while they do it either. You just have your phone in your pocket and they can be listening. And so, this is why, what I'm going to invent? I'm going to invent pants. So it's called a Faraday bag, is when you have a bag that cuts off all connection to your phone. So you can't be tracked. They can't listen to you, etc. I'm going to come out with pants where the pockets are Faraday bags. So you can just put your phone in your pocket, seal it up. Your phone would not be able to track you, wouldn't be able to hear you. Now, you couldn't get phone calls. So you'd have to have the courage to actually be disconnected from the world while you're walking down the street. But I'm totally inventing those pants. Those pants are coming, folks. Faraday pants. It's my gift to you. Faraday pants are my next invention.